Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on Tiffany Haddish and Aries. They're accused of grooming and molesting siblings and sexually explicit skits, and this is what the lawsuit states. Now, it's ironic that Tiffany Haddish has her little saying, right? She ready. Well, Tiffany, is she ready for jail? Is she ready to possibly pay out millions? Is she ready for her career to suffer as a result of these accusations? And is she ready to pay out millions to these alleged victims? I'm not sure. But anyway, her lawyer is standing 10 toes down. He's pissed along with Tiffany Haddish. He said, listen, this ain't nothing but a shakedown. And not only are we going to fight this thing, but once we do fight it and win, and I'm paraphrasing, guys, okay, he says that this Jane Doe and John Doe are going to suffer the consequences of putting forth a frivolous lawsuit. Now, listen, guys, I took a minute to do my commentary on this, and the reason why is because I was like, you know what, let me read as many articles as I can. Let me go try to see if I can find and see these alleged videos, and let me get my thoughts and pull my thoughts together once I gathered all my information. Well, I saw the video called Through a Pedophile's Eyes. I was shocked. I was appalled. I was just like, I couldn't believe that Tiffany Haddish would even be part of such a skit, right? So the skit is pretty much trying to tell people, I guess they call themselves doing a public service announcement, but why would comedians need to do a public service announcement on such a triggering conversation or situation, right? People unfortunately getting, and you know what, I got to change my wording because YouTube, they don't like us to use and say certain words. So I'm going to call, that word, I'm gonna just call it the M thing, right? So when people get M'd in their childhood, when people get R'd in their life, if that unfortunately happens to them, it's a very traumatic experience which changes the trajectory of their entire life. Some of them get severely depressed. Some of them cannot, ever, have a healthy sexual relationship or just a healthy relationship with another human being. So someone that wants to teach a lesson in this particular subject, they should be a professional in it, right? Not comedians. But anyway, Tiffany Haddish and Aries, they decide to do a skit called Through a Pedophile's Eyes. At the end of the skit, they say, watch who you leave your children with, right? And now, this could have been a good lesson had it came from the right people and done the right way and not with an actual child in it, with adults. And, the child is in the tub in one scene, appears like he has no clothes on because from the waist up is what you can see. He's in a bubble bath, and for sure he didn't have a shirt on. Don't know if he had any underwear on when he was in the tub. But this particular scene in Through a Pedophile's Eyes, Tiffany Haddish is at the edge of the tub. The kid is in the tub. Aries' character comes in. Tiffany is like, can you watch my child? She leaves him with her child in the tub, which is so extreme. Such an extreme example, right? And then is one part of this video, it's like he actually gets in this tub with this child. It's appalling. It's a mess. It's disgusting, right? And so you can go and actually see that video. I'm not going to play it here. And then Jane Doe, which is the sister, she said there was a skit again. Tiffany Haddish was there, and she had Jane Doe as a child, a young child, assimilate as if she was having oral with a man, making noises, doing the movements, and Tiffany, allegedly taught her and told her what to do and how to do do it, right? And if you go to Aries Spears YouTube channel, some of these, I don't know about the Through the Pedophile's Eyes, how long ago that one was, but he does other kind of dark comedy videos about Bill Cosby, and Tiffany Haddish is in these skits also. And we all know what Bill Cosby was accused of, right? So with the skit with Bill Cosby, he again puts, something in these women's drinks. They all fall out. It's just a whole hot mess. So although Tiffany's lawyer is saying, 10 toes down, like this is just a shakedown, I'm saying to myself, maybe it's a shakedown, maybe it isn't. But at the very least, I feel like they got some explaining to do, according to that video that I saw. Now, in situations like this, it is oftentimes where, wait, let me back up, because I just got a moment in my head. It's funny how they say they did that video, watch who you leave your kids with. When the mother of these two siblings that are doing the lawsuit, she left her kids in Tiffany Haddish's hands. So how ironic is that? They were right. Watch who you leave your kids with, right? So this mother, a lot of times people want to blame the parents and say, like, where were the parents when this happened? Well, the mother's defense is, whether it be right, wrong, or different, she's saying that her and Tiffany were friends. Okay, that for one time with the boy, when she let the boy go, but she sent the older sister at the time. Sister was 14, the boy was 7. She felt like, the sister can protect her brother, because I guess maybe the mother had somewhere else to go. And in addition to that, she felt like she was leaving her child in the hands of someone she knew, Tiffany Haddish. So that's the reason why the mother kind of sent them and she didn't go with them. But at that particular skit, the boy apparently called his mom, I guess when it was over, and was crying. And the mom claims that, she asked what happened. She asked about the skit. She asked to see it. And they told her, listen, it was no good. Your son was no good. He's not built for acting. And the footage was destroyed. And it wasn't until years later that the mother claimed that she actually saw the footage, found out it wasn't destroyed. And then it was just, a downhill moment from there. Now, Tiffany's lawyer claimed that this shakedown has been in the making for several years. There are articles out there where they said at one point the mother was given some money from Aries Spears to kind of squash this whole thing. Is also articles out there where it's saying that, pretty much the mother fell in very bad depression because she felt like she did not protect her children. And that is why now the sister has, I guess she's the legal guardian of her brother, and she is the one bringing about this lawsuit, because it's like she was there the day that scene. When I say she, the sister was there the day that scene was made through a pedophile's eyes, with her brother. But the claim is that Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears separated the siblings. So the sibling has a lot of guilt for not being able to protect her brother at that time. And now she feels like this lawsuit is the protection I couldn't do back then. I'm protecting my brother now because he still goes through, as a result of what happened back then, the brother is still going through a lot of anxiety, a lot of, emotional problems, a lot of fearing, trusting adults, and doesn't leave his house as a result of what happened to him in that particular skit. So here's my thing, guys. It's not a matter of whether I believe, the siblings are telling the truth or not. My thing is, the video to me is a lot of evidence that at the very least, Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish made a very bad decision, lack of judgment on their part for thinking that doing this particular skit and uploading it and having a child act in it was the right thing to do, right? So at the very least, I think is endangerment of minors. At the very least, okay, is definitely endangerment of minors, because why would you have a minor doing such an adult skit as such? I'm going to wrap it up and say this, guys. One, my heart goes out to the mother, because I can understand how you would let your child go with someone who you thought was a friend and someone who you thought possibly was going to help your child get into the acting industry. But I will also say this, that sometimes we admire our favorite comedians, basketball players, NFL players, actors or actresses, but we have to understand that these people are still just human. And just like you wouldn't let your neighbor knock on the door and say, hey, can I take your kid somewhere and can they spend the night? You probably get on the side eye and be like, no. When a celebrity comes along and says the same thing, you have to give them the side eye and say no. Now, this is not the first time, and it probably won't be the last, where we have heard that a parent just relinquished their child into someone else's hands in the name of, propelling their career. A lot of people let their children have sleepovers at Michael Jackson's house, and the parents wasn't there at the time of the sleepover. This is not the first incident. I believe, I want to say Usher, the R&B singer. I'm almost positive that I read a story that as a young child, he kind of was in the hands of that whole P. Diddy crew and all of them, just, going on tour and doing different things. I want to say the same thing happened to, what's his name? Not Romeo. What is it? What is his name? But listen, the story is not unusual is my point, right? And I think we just have to be more careful and more protective of the children. I'm going to follow this story to see how it pans out. I think it probably has, and listen guys, this is me just thinking, but recently we also heard about Tiffany Haddish and the DUI. Sometimes, our secrets can kill us. And am I saying that for sure 100%? She has some secrets, some skeletons in the closet. Listen, we all do, but I think there's something more to this story. We have to keep following the breadcrumbs and see where they lead us. Okay, so I'm going to stay on top of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and chat with me in the comments. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And I'll see you on the next video.